Good morning and welcome to Member Focus Monday. I'm Christina Schaefer, Director of Social Media for HAR, and I'm very excited to be joined by today's guest, Taqi Rizvi, Chief Technology Officer for the Houston Association of Realtors. Welcome back to the program, Taqi. It's been a little bit since you've been on our show.
Yes, I'm excited to be here and thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Now, I know you very well. I know some of our members know you very well, but like I said, I think it's been about 2 years since you've been on our program. So, for anyone who doesn't know who you are, Taqi, please tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what you do.
So, thank you so much. My HAR journey has been almost over 25 years. I've been working with HAR and started as a webmaster. Now I serve as the CTO for the organization. And it's my privilege that I get to look at the vision of HR.com and the product and services we develop, a technology product and services we develop for our members.
Very good. And you said you've been with HR 25 years, started as web development, but you're being a little humble this morning, Taqi. I mean, a lot of people refer to you as MrHR.com.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And again, it's just I wanted to let you know, uh, HR.com is a team effort, and it stemmed from really having a support you need from HR leadership who have been very instrumental in what I do. So we present them the ideas. We have advisory groups who look at these ideas, vet them out, and I love to do that part of our journey because that allow us to kind of explain the value what we will deliver to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
So tell us.
part of that is once we do that, but before we do that, we have a very talented technology team. We bring it to them, show it to them internally how the value of the product and services. Then we also go to next thing it is internal department. So we have MLS department where Sean Dolphin heads it. We have other team members. Matt is there in communication side. So show them the ideas and we run it by that. And once we have that, then it goes to advisory group. From there, it goes uh, to to the HRIS leadership, and that's where all the cool thing you see. So it's just not me. It's there's a lot of people who are together as a part of the team, which makes and what I do. I may be the face of it, but truly, they are all of this are the team members who make the big difference.
Thank you for sharing that. And I'm sure some of the team is tuned in this morning. I'm seeing that we might have a little bit of issue with the audio on your end, Taqi. You sound fine to me, so I'm not sure. But if somebody could let us know if that continues, we'll try to fix that. You mentioned your team and the work they do. Tell us, what is the main goal of the work that you and your team do, and how, most importantly, how does it benefit our members?
So, number key role I'll highlight on is that technology is evolving. Every time there's a new shift of technology, and somebody have to kind of look out what are the new trends which are happening, and the event and how they are impacting our members, how we can actually leverage those and help our members stay more profitable, more productive, and at the same time, so I'll give you an example of that. We started our journey with back in 1997, where we start publishing our listings on the web. That was an idea which was really not a very popular idea at that time, and Bob Hill, who really kind of helped HAR launch HAR, and what we see today, all the value which it have generated and brought to the members, was back, and that decision was a huge decision, and from leadership, especially Bob Hale, who have led that effort. From there, then so that was a big trend of that. Okay, let's start publishing, and then everybody start following. Was there? Then there was a big wave of mobile apps. That okay, how do you do mobile development? So for us to now looking at mobile trend and say, okay, what can we do to make sure HR benefit from that? So we built a mobile app for iOS, for Android, and we felt that was important. Then,
Mm-hmm.
while we were doing all that, we used to be in traditional data centers. We've moved from the data center into the cloud. So we started into the cloud computing, and we got ourselves in with the very early adopter of cloud AWS. That's where the entire infrastructure is. So we got that there. And now the same thing we are doing with AI, where we are looking at this, how we can actually help our member. But one of the things is that this was a little bit on sort of a background of how we are, uh, how we look at things from perspective. But when it comes to the consumer side of that, you know, as far as HAR.com is concerned, it's our main purpose to connect consumers with our members. That's our the number one reason why. That's where so we want to promote their listings. We want to promote our members and their listings. We are at the same time continue to be look out that how do we stay as a number one portal in our local market. Okay, so we
Yes,
are
which I do
number
want to
one.
talk about. Yes,
And
and Taqi, I'm glad you mentioned the innovation back to in 1997. Putting I think a lot of us maybe take the website for granted a little bit, take our app for granted a little bit, because for many of us it's all we've ever experienced with HAR. So I know that your team does a lot of work on the back end as well that we don't even really see or know about to really make HAR.com a very powerful website. Can you tell us a little bit about maybe the web traffic that we see on HAR.com
sure.
and our app, or and how does that compare to other portals?
Okay, so before I do that, can I just mention one thing
Sure.
regarding some of the goals we have from the HAR website, and one of that is it's really delivering leads to our members. So we look at that. This is something we a KPI which we monitor. We see how what's the leads? Are we generating leads where we are? So definitely, all our efforts are geared towards making our member more profitable. And part of that is to keep HAR ahead of others. So we try to be stay competitive on feature offerings and all of that. And just to your point, um, HAR when it comes to so HAR is not only Houston, it's statewide as well. So statewide we are number three. But when it comes to the local market, we are number one. When you look at the traffic on the mobile and the listing detail and the mobile and the web, we are looking at about 38 million detail views. And just to let you know, I want to emphasize that we do not count the visitor session, how many hits, clicks, impressions. We don't. That's one. We are counting a matrix, which is how many times consumers which come on HR.com clicked on the listing, right? And so that's about 38 million, and 50% almost of that is on our mobile app and web and mobile web.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that. It looks like we do still have a little bit of audio issues to key. I had a
Okay,
suggestion that maybe you have some speakers really close to the mic, so maybe we can try to do that.
sure.
But
One thing which I can do is bring a little bit more closer.
okay.
I don't know whether that will help you. Is this
Yeah.
any better?
I think it could be speakers. So if you have some speakers, maybe turn that audio down a little bit. But you're just sharing such great information. I want to make sure our members can hear it. So
Sure,
uh,
sure, sure. And I
yeah, very good.
apologize for this
So
inconvenience.
yeah, obviously to have a website that you said was number three in the state of Texas, number one here locally, there has to be some powerful data and some continual enhancements to the website for it to maintain those numbers. So tell us a little bit about the recent enhancements that have taken place on HR.com.
Yeah, so we have about 1.3 million registered users of the website. And we have far more which are anonymous users who goes on the website. But the ones who are registered is 1.3 million registered user. And and these registered users, of course, look for that, hey, how is there, are we improving HAR.com
Mm-hmm.
or not? And so they look at different tools. So we always are continuously launching new products and service enhancements on the website. For example, we launched the audio narrative. So on every listing, you can listen to the audio description, property description in 12 different languages. We launched a down payment assistance program. You can actually go put any address of a property and get that. And one of the big thing we did recently is a Spanish to have a Spanish version of HR's website. So you can go in and choose from the homepage that you wanted to have a Spanish. Then everything you see down there, it's now in Spanish. So that's Houston have the largest, one of the, if not the number one, but it's one of the large population of Spanish speaking. And so this is a huge advantage for our members that we are promoting their listings to that particular audience. So while we have the 1.3 million users who have registered account, they are so we have created a remarkable dashboard for them. So when they go and create an account, and I'll encourage all our members to go because they also have that to go in and try it. Okay, so those are they should be able to see that. On top of that, we have completely changed the media gallery. So look at the media gallery. We added the floor plans there. We added aerial view and different type of things because photos are, believe me, the minute that the users are getting to a listing detail, the first thing they are doing is clicking and looking at photos. So very important part of that how that experience is. So we have improved that experience significantly. Again, for our members, when it comes to some of the enhancements, we have been focused on adding like a booking page presented by. We have new templates available. We have a lot of content which is available for a member to share and get traffic, get a click back to you through our real estate insight content. So that's available too as well.
Excellent. And you mentioned such a good point there for our members to go and take a look at the website themselves. I think a lot of times our members, they get so busy. They go into Matrix, they add their listing, they add, like you said, the photos and the video and, a tour, staging, virtual tour, things like that. They may add all of those things, but they don't look at it on the consumer side. And I think ultimately that's what's most important is what consumers are going to see as that end result.
Absolutely.
So, yeah,
Absolutely.
so I would encourage, as you did, our members to go, and take a look at your listing, or if you don't have a listing currently, go look at some listings on hr.com and see how it's presented to the consumer, because that's, like you said, at the end of the day, that's what's most important.
That's right. That's right.
Very good. Now, what about the app? Have there been any recent enhancements to the hr.com app?
Yeah. So HR, the way we do development, we do first on the web and then we bring that technology onto the mobile app. So all the things I mentioned earlier are available. Spanish is not there. We need to add that, to bring it there. But enhancements with media gallery is there. One of the big thing we did is the login process. So how easy it is for users to create an account. So we have social logins. So you can log in with your Facebook or your Google or any other account you have. You can log in. So that is there. We have worked on dark mode of the app, so users can have their own custom. If they prefer a dark mode, then we support that. That is something which is in the pipeline. It should be releasing soon.
Very good. Now, and I just mentioned the har.com app, but we have several apps in the App Store and Google Play Store. Do you mind quickly just telling us a little bit, just a few of the apps that are available to our members and to consumers?
Yes. So, so the one which is I would highly recommend agents to look at it is the Open House app. It's an amazing app. Allow you to conduct your open houses. It works great. Use that. We have a Showing Smart app that's available for the agents. We have a media uploader app, which is an amazing way to manage your photos. If you have not used that app, I mean, you are missing out. So I would highly recommend you to look at that particular app. It's a great app for this. For the consumer, we have a rental app as well. So we have ATR.com, which is focused on that. But on the rental, you can actually consumers can actually look at apartments as well, but it's all focused on rental. So that would be, I would suggest that would be the best app for consumer as well.
Very good. So let's talk a little bit about AI. So it's, as we know, AI has been all the rage over the last year and a half or so. How is HAR
Yes.
utilizing AI as a member benefit?
So, as you said, AI is everywhere, every news. It's all about the new shining object. And HAR have been always, as I mentioned to you, in the forefront of looking at emerging technologies and how it can benefit from us. So what we did is the one of the things we're going to do, you're going to see as we move down the road, is that you're going to see AI integrated in everything. So when you are creating, for example, a blog, you can let the AI write it for you. You're creating some marketing campaigns and ads, you can do that. You want to create an email marketing, you can do that. So many things which would be built in. Okay. So the question is that you can do some of these things outside HR, but when we do it, we integrate with HR, and that's very powerful. So, for example, you want to create offer letter, you can actually say, "Hey, I'm doing it for this particular listing." You can do that for you. And these are some of the things I'm mentioning are not released yet, but they are in works. But listing description is there. You can do there right now. It does that, but not only it produces the listing description for you. AI allows you to customize it for Facebook post, for a LinkedIn post, or a tweet, whatever you like to do that, you can actually use that the same message which you have, but now it is targeted for specific audience or channel. Okay, so that's there. Photo description is a big thing. So it's gonna be coming soon, where AI, computer vision, will tell you exactly what is in the photo. So agent doesn't have to write that. We are testing that, and it's gonna be very promising, and it will be available for any agent on all the listings, photos. So that's something on the roadmap. The big thing which is coming is image tagging. Image tagging is AI look at objects within that and it highlights that. So, for example, it looked at the kitchen and look at the kitchen and it look at there's a counter. So it knows that the counter is white, and it's a marble, for example. And what it does, it put that tag in there. So what allows us to do is now use these tags, first of all, to show it on the photo, but then use these tags as a part of search. So users can go in, agent might have not put anything about white countertops, but because the computer have actually tagged the photo, uh, you can actually go onto search consumer when they are searching, they can write in part of their search, "Hey, I wanted to look at kitchen, give me homes which uh, are have a white kitchen counter." So it uses that. And other than that, it will be, you can say, you look at a picture of a listing and you say, "Can you show me all other homes which are in this area but looks like this particular house?" So these are some of these things which are coming. But one big thing which we're going to bring called AI Studio. AI Studio will be, so what we have done is we are building that right now, and we are getting all the prompts, best of the best prompts, which are available for Asian in different part of marketing. We are bringing it there for agents to use, so they don't have to come and become a prompt engineers. We will do that part for them and just make it available for them. And once they get that as a template, as a baseline, then you can actually go into AI Studio and customize and play with it more if you. And by the way, it may sound too much technical. It's going to be very simple. One thing we do when we bring technology to our members, we simplify it. We remove things that should not be there. And so that's our goal. in making AI more accessible to our members.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Taqi. So, property description, as you mentioned, already available.
Mhm.
You can rewrite the description of that property. You can automatically, with the click of a button, create a Facebook post, LinkedIn post, tweet, text
Mhm.
message. And I had a chance to play with that a little bit. And like you mentioned, I loved that per platform, for each platform, it would change the wording based on the audience that it knows that platform would have. For example, LinkedIn might need to be a little bit more professional wording. So, very excellent options there. And that's the tip of the iceberg, it sounds like. Photo tagging, photo descriptions, AI Studio, a lot more coming. Something else that's already released that I would love to hear more about is lead management. How is HAR benefiting our members when it comes to lead management?
So you could go right now, and when you go to lead management is available to all the platinum members. So you had to be platinum to access that. So when you are looking at leads, you will see a button say, "Let AI reply to this message." So when you click it, it would know already from the lead different messages for you to craft. So based on, let's suppose a person said that they are working with an agent, right? They already have an agent they are working with. Then the listing agent can reply back, hey, there is a template there they can pick, and which writes it very elegantly that, hey, if you are working with another agent, you should be contacting them and things of that nature. So it's customized, it's a tailored responses which we have done there. So they are, for example, the listing was no longer available. So you can actually say, hey, this listing is not available. But when you look at these message which is drafted, they look very professional. So we have done all the work of crafting them, bringing them to you. And, and so those are there. You can do that. You can use also on the bookmarks. You have, if a consumer bookmark your listing, you have a way to go and say, I wanted to reach out to them. And we give you different templates to reach out, all looking very professional, how the responses are. This is all generative AI. So it produces a very professional write up. Something that will take agent to write takes time, and so we think it's going to make them more productive when they use that. Uh, One other thing which is coming is chatbots. So chatbot going to be available. We want the consumers to engage right away. And sometimes what happens is this, they try to reach out to agent to ask a basic question, and the agent is not available or takes time to get back to them. So we will have chatbot available. It's just to engage them right away. So when they will come to the website and go to a listing, it will say, okay, how can I answer your question about the property? And a chatbot will know everything about the property. They can ask, and at any time they can actually say, hey, I want to connect with an agent. Then then we connect with. So we engage them when they need somebody to be there with the chat bot, and then connect with a connection available to connect with the agent will be there. Or if the support chatbot is not able to answer a question, that will be there. So that's coming. Aside from that, one thing I wanted to, and I know you like that too, Christina,
Mm-hmm.
is the social profile which we are able to do within the lead system. That's right now, when you receive a lead, you do not know other than the email and the phone number, and if they provide something, that about the user. So what we do, we take these two data elements and we use a third party and find all the public information about the user. So as an example, you will know what university they went in from their LinkedIn profile. Um, you will know the addresses, past addresses they have. You would know their social profiles, like they have a Facebook or Instagram, or you will be able to have access to that as well. It just allows you to qualify that lead better and have a more insight about that. Again, making our members more productive with these technology tools, and AI is just the start of the AI right now. You will see more coming as we move forward.
One thing that I really like about the lead management, and again, this is another thing that I would encourage our members to go in and play with. Just go into your members only portal, type in lead management, and you'll see it, even for past leads that you've already responded to, just to see what the options are. The system detects what type of lead it is. So if it's requesting home value, or I want a home selling analysis or something like that, it will actually prompt you with specific tools that you can use for that lead. So it's even, again, thinking ahead for you. Oh, this person's probably going to want an instant CMA, so it's putting it right there for you, and with the click of a button you can send them an instant CMA. So I love that. Love the enhancements that are coming. We have a few questions that came in, and one of them was from Linda asking, when will will it become available when we are creating the listing? So I think in this case she's referring to the property description, the photo descriptions. She's asking, will it be maybe some sort of plugin, I guess, on Matrix when they're entering a listing? How is that going to work?
Yeah, so that's a very good point. So we have internal discussion. Sean Dolphin, who heads the MLS one, and so we are kind of collaborating, both of us together, on how, when you are inputting photos, how can we streamline that process. And the idea is that let's look at that holistically, where we bring all the tools together, so you can tag pictures, you can see what image taggings are, you can see AI to give you description, you can upload photos, videos, virtual tours, floor plan. All that will be accessible through one dashboard, and that's what we are looking into right now, to make it streamline. Right now, we have a tool there which does photo description, for example. We have integrated there, but you have to kind of, it can be improved and get more streamlined, and that's what our goal is with these tools to be completely within the MLS system, but tightly integrated with the MLS system, where you do not have to go out of your way to the members only to find them. You will have all of them within this process of listing input.
Very good. And I'm just going to say this on behalf of our members that are already starting to thank you in the comments, that we're so lucky to have people like you and our leadership that allow you to do this work, and people like Sean, integrating these things, because I know this is something that's not available in other markets. This integration between departments and trying to collaborate to make these new tools for their members. So I just wanted to thank you in advance on behalf of our members. Kind of a funny question here from Stefan. Taqi, can we see the notes on your whiteboard? I'm being nosy. So they're trying to get a sneak peek on what's behind you there, Taqi.
It need to get updated. So
Alrighty. Taking a look here. Now, we had another question that came in. Will the chat bot be available for all members or only platinum members? I don't know if you already have that data, but just another question that came in there.
well, again, the final decision is technology advisory group recommends, and then HRIS is the one who finalizes and give us okay on that. I would recommend, my personal recommendation will be to make it available for every listing, because see, there are two sides of that. Is one is for our members to have it. The other one is for consumers. So right now, consumers are really frustrated when the agent doesn't respond, and we compete with companies, third parties, which are just not sending those leads to the listing agents. They are capturing those leads and giving to their own network of buyer agents. Okay, so we don't want it to be in a situation where they say, well, we go to website A and B or C, and we get a response right away. HAR here have no response, or slow response. And they actually blame HAR.com that maybe our system doesn't work. So that's in that thought. What I recommend is that it should be available on all listings, available for everyone, chatbot. But it is sort of an enhanced lead capture because we will, when you are, so anyone who will try to engage with the chatbot have to be registered. So if they're not registered, they cannot take, because what we do not want is people to put garbage comments and all of that. We have to have, so we are requiring them to have account. But so these are enhanced values. So we have to, it definitely will be available to all platinum. Point being about, is it going to be available to others? My recommendation will be, should be, but I will only make a recommendation. But leadership of HAR will make the determination what becomes available and to entire membership versus it's a platinum.
Very good. I was going to ask you about the CRM, and actually, Jenny read my mind here. Taqi, are y'all still working on the CRM? I know it is an old question, but is it coming up? Or do you even think the CRM is maybe an old platform, and now is the time to work with AI? So, what is the current status of the HAR CRM, Taqi?
So just to let you know, nationwide survey, what are the big focus for brokers this year? And they found that one of the main item that came is CRM. We are, I cannot tell you what a big thing the CRM will be for our members. See, we have been uh, fortunate enough that HAR leadership have kind of empower us to build a system. So we built a platform. This platform integrates with some of the top mail providers, so you can sync with your Google Calendar. And getting it Google was not easy to get okay from them, how we actually sync up bi-directional sync with the CRM. So CRM is it's available right now. If you go on members only area, there's a button there which say try CRM. Please do that. We are looking for feedback. We are in a pilot with some brokers in the coming month. There are two large brokers who will be kind of pilot testing that. Agents are welcome to you have this available. One of the big advantages that it's an agent product right now. Agent product meaning that's your you as an agent. If you move from one company to another, your CRM stays the same. You don't have to worry about. So the problem happens with agents when broker powered CRMs are given to them, which are also CRM is not cheap. Okay, so your broker actually put effort in providing you that, and this is great for you to use that. But the challenge is that if you decide to move to another company, then it's you have to kind of migrate it over, learn a new system. HAR CRM it's something that will stay with you, that was going to be there regardless where you are, and it's your contacts will have nobody will have access to your contacts, so it's your contact. Plus one of the big thing I will tell you that is one of the big thing is that it will integrate with the tools HR have built. So you want to create a client search, like Client Gateway does that, right? You can create within the CRM. You wanted to share a document, you can do that within CRM. You wanted to create a market insight for your seller, you can do within CRM. So CMA, you can do that. So many tools will be integrated where I see HAR CRM completely on a different level. You have CRMs which does your contact management and all of that and prediction on who to contact next. We already have that part. But what we are bringing to the fold is above and beyond that. We are bringing these tools which HAR have and bringing in there. So when you get a new lead from HAR.com, directly come inside to your CRM. It creates, you look at it, if it's legit, once you can say, hey, create a contact for them. It creates the contact. It have all the different things available. We're going to be integrated AI in there, automation in there. So automated reminders, for example, when did you contact your person last time? It will tell you here are these contacts you should be contacting them, and make it easy. Training will be available for you. So Sally Snook, who works on putting those programs together, and right now is looking at that. We're gonna have more project management manager who going to be heading this soon. That's a good news Renee shared with me. So I'm excited about that. So that's excitement. And so if you get a chance, please go and try it out. It's crm.har.com or har.com/crm. That's where you can actually go learn about it, play with it. Please share your feedback. Love your feedback. This to me, it's going to be the next big thing. We did the same thing with Showing Smart. It was a team effort. We did it, and remarkably, today Showing Smart, it's the number one provider of the showings within the Houston market, right? And we're excited about that. So CRM going to become that new solution for our members that they're going to love, and they're going to help them because all the agents should use some kind of CRM. You cannot operate a successful business without the CRM. Period. Okay, and HER is making that possible where don't have that cost. Of course, this is going to be something going to be right now is available to anyone to beta test it during this phase, but this will be available to all the platinum members.
Excellent.
No,
Andrea just made a comment that this will be so great. I have so many different programs that we're using, and Becky underscored that by saying, "Same. I would love to have less programs." And like you mentioned, when HAR creates something, it's all about the integration of, incorporating the MLS. And you mentioned some AI responses and wonderful things there. So thank you, Tiki. I know our members are excited to hear about
yeah,
that
I
CRM is
want
now
to.
in beta for them
Yeah,
to test.
Christina, I want to make one comment here. Honestly, what makes great product for our members is member feedback. And I love that you guys here, when you play with it, you say, okay, this is missing. Can we add this? And believe me, these are small things, but make big difference. So we love your feedback. Please share that with us. And, uh, uh, and I thank you from bottom of my heart for those who are giving their effort, giving a try to the new technology, sharing their feedback. You may have some, uh, uh, challenges, but every new product does. But I wanted to let you know personally that we will respond quickly and get those things addressed if you find any of these. Yeah, thanks.
Uh, oh, sorry about
Yes.
that. Yeah, I found the solution to our audio issue, and that is that I have to mute myself. So I'm sorry about that. But I just wanted to say that I know Taki means that when it comes to the feedback, because that is how Showing Smart became the number one showing platform in Houston. Member feedback, responses, and your team was able to evaluate that and incorporate that into the program where it could benefit it. I just wanted to give you a chance because we did have a question about, is there a class at HAR? So, Taki, how can our members learn more about the enhancements that you discussed today, any technology tools, our platinum tools, all of that? Where can they learn more?
So, big thing is that you should try hr.com/edu. That's where we have all the training which is available to you. But the things which is, so we have a person, most of our products which are, they fall into the platinum. And Sally Snook is a new team member who been working. She was on education side, but now she's working very closely with the technology and communication department. And what her role is, that is really how she can actually take this technology and make it available to our members. She have created like four different classes, just focus on platinum. I will encourage all of you to please take those classes. And if you stay follow up with her, she can actually let you know about any future technology, so which is about to come, and a tool that will be available to you. And she makes office visits as well. So if your broker like um, uh, event there and want somebody to present, she can do, and other instructors as well. And Rita Klein, who heads that department, runs an amazing team of trainers whose focus is in educating our members about these tools and classes.
Very good. And we should also mention that a lot of those classes are Most of them are free and eligible for CE credit. So that's another great benefit there for our members. Taqi, you've shared a lot of great info today. Our members are thanking you in the comments and saying this is a great update. Is there anything else that you want to share with our members today?
So first thing is listen to Christina because she shares amazing information. What her job is, and honestly, I just wanted to comment and commend her that she actually looks out for every department. It's not just us from technology. She looks at MLS, she looks at an education, events, and she brings the best of everything and make it available to you. So please subscribe to her channel, listen to her podcast. It's remarkable, and she shares amazing information. So that's one recommendation. Second is if you we have now a portal called her.com/what's new. That's where you will see we have gathered all the information which is coming, updates and all of them going to be in one place. And it's going to be divided into, so you can look at, okay, what's enhancements on mobile app side, what enhancements were on the website, and so allows you to do that. And definitely one last thing I will add that uh, these tools which are available, play with them. We have simplified those tools. We have made it available to you, and the goal is that you benefit from them. So go play with them and let us know what you think.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Taqi. And again, our members are thanking you in the comments. Carlos said this is a lot to digest, but thank you both. And Carlos said, I know we had a little bit of audio issues, so we do apologize for that. But I would encourage anyone that maybe is in Carlos's shoes and says this is a lot to digest, give it a watch again. Just take it all in one more time. Take some notes. And like Taqi said, get in there and play with some of these tools. Try out the CRM, try out some of the other tools that are mentioned, because there's so many great benefits here for our members. So Taqi, again, I want to thank you for your time this morning. Our members truly appreciate it. And I always enjoy personally having you on the show.
Thank you so much for inviting me and giving me an opportunity to share.
Thank you. Well, before we go today, I do want to let everyone know that next Monday we will be joined by HAR instructor Soccer Thomas. Many people in Texas know soccer. She is going to be giving us best practices and tips for buyer representation. We know how important that is. So be sure to tune in next Monday at 9 a.m. Thank you. Have a great week, everyone. Bye bye.
Take care.